In this video, I'll be showing you how you can make a timer-based comic. So I'm starting off with a background, a rectangle to make the ground, and then I have two ellipses with eyes as my characters. So pause the video now and make that of your own. Don't worry about making it look just like mine. You can make it look like whatever you want. So once you have that done, we're going to make a variable for timer and set it equal to 0. We'll make another variable for seconds, setting that equal to 0 as well. This is going to allow us to have a little bit of a buffer between the time when our comic starts and the time when we want our characters to talk to each other. So to make our timer go up, we're going to say timer equals timer plus 1. If you wanted it to be in proper seconds, you would do 1 divided by 60 instead of 1. But for the purposes of this sketch, we're just going to use timer equals timer plus 1. And we're going to say if that timer is greater than 60, then what we want to happen is we want our timer to equal 0. And we want seconds to equal seconds plus 1. So once our timer gets to 60, it'll basically start a second timer that we're calling seconds, and that's going to go up by 1. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is move down and say if seconds is greater than or equal to 0, or, and remember the or is just those two lines, you press shift and it's right underneath your backspace key, or actually we're going to do and for this one, sorry, and seconds is less than 3, then we want some text in there. We want our character to say something. So I'm going to move a text size up above, but then in my text I just have hi, and I put it by my left character. So now it kind of looks like that's what he's saying. All right, and basically how this is going to work is you're going to have your seconds be the controller of when characters are speaking. So in between 0 and 3 seconds, the character on the left is saying hi, and then we'll make another conditional statement that says if seconds is greater than or equal to 3, and seconds is less than 6. And you can change these numbers. You can make it so that it appears for longer or shorter. It doesn't really matter. You just want it long enough where you can actually read what they're saying. So I'm going to have the next character say, sup. And I want to put that by the right character. You could also make like a little speech bubble pop up with the words. I'm just having them just pop up on the canvas. Okay, so now it looks like they're having a conversation. So when you're doing this project, you can choose to have it restart. You could choose to have it go back and forth for as long as you want with, different dialogue. You could make it say a joke. You could make it say maybe like just a funny sentence that you can think of. It can really be anything. To make it end, we're going to say if seconds is greater than 6, then what we're going to want to happen is we want our timer to equal 0 and we want our seconds to equal 0. And that'll basically just restart the whole thing. So it's saying hi. Character on the right will go next. All right. And then it'll just restart over again. So it's really important for this project that you pay attention to your inequality signs, make sure that the greater than or less than are all correct. That's one of the really common errors. I'm going to show you how you can make something else pop up while your character's talking. So for this one, I'm going to just put in a little circle that looks like a mouth. So it looks like he's opening his mouth when he's talking. Like I said, you could put in a speech bubble. You can always go in and change what they're saying. So if you wanted it to be more like a joke or just a different interaction, I'm going to have my first character say, what's up? And then I'm going to have my second character say, this guy. And I'm going to move the what's up a little bit to the left. So that's something to think about. It'll be really easy to have them have a longer conversation because you can just use the same X and Y coordinates for the text bubble unless it's like a way longer or way shorter thing that it's saying. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of our newest videos.